Welcome to SAP Taxes. Today we would like to discuss about SAP integration component for Vertex. The SAP application area and Vertex application area are integrated back and forth, meaning the data from SAP application area will flow to Vertex application area and it gets back the tax related decisions into SAP application area. So we will see the end-to-end how this SIC, which is SAP integration component, is linked with Vertex application area. So there is a gateway and there is a Vertex integration area. So these are the two distinct components within which the integration happens. So let us look at what are the application areas which are primarily integrated with the Vertex: CRM and SD modules, sales and distribution module, and materials management module, then all your supplier relations management SRM module, then there is a finance. Okay, so basically these are the 5 application area components which are having hooks to call Vertex and then get back the results. Within FI you can think of other submodules like GL, AP, AR. So these are the submodules you can consider as the entire thing as a finance, right? FI modules. So there is a tax link area within the SAP application area, which means all the calls which go to Vertex are routed to the tax link area. And then Vertex also developed a bolt-on that is called SAP Vertex bolt-on, which is native to SAP application area and written in ABAP code, which means the moment that you have Vertex bolt-on, it looks like a similar SAP code with SAP transaction codes, which are exclusively developed by Vertex for SAP linking of the tax area. Okay, so all these application components like modules are linked to your tax link area. Obviously anything that you are trying to call to the Vertex will go through this standard RFC kind of mechanism from the tax link area. Okay, so you have a RFC, which is like basically a gateway, which is a technical code to call remote function call, right? Basically you are going to call other systems, in this case Vertex. So the RFC resides in SAP and part of the SAP gateway, which collects the information from the tax area and then makes the call to Vertex. So how does Vertex receive the information? So there is a Java component, SAP Java component, which is receiving calls from a remote function call module, which is RFC. Okay, and then that SAP Java component is passing the information to the SAP integration component developed. Okay, so basically this integration component is a critical piece of product which makes the seamless integration with the tax area. So again, SAP Java component is linked to SAP integration component SIC, and from there the tax engine is called. So the tax engine contains rates, tax loss information, and it is linked with all the web services, right? And sometimes you can use Vertex as SaaS based solution or on-premise. So if you are using either way, right, so end of the day the application from SAP is calling the tax engine to determine the taxes and then get back the information from tax engine again back to the SAP integration component, and then all the way back to Java component and back to RFC. Okay, so this is the end-to-end description of how the data flows from SAP application area to Vertex application area. Okay, so all the tax decisions which are made needs some information from application modules such as vendor address, vendor details, right? And the moment the vendor details are going into uh, Vertex application area. So then it gets back the information such as jurisdiction code in the case of US and Canada, and other details in the case of other countries. So for example, other details meaning like, whether vendor is exempt or non-exempt kind of information. Okay, and then it is integrated all along with the different components within the SAP application area. It may be input taxes, output taxes, or any other kind of tax determination is happening from the application area all the way to Vertex, and then the information is passed back. So from the configuration point of view, so this entire SAP integration component is kind of a technical integration. It's a technical, basis people will install this. There is an installation guide for SAP IC and SAP Java component, and then within SAP, in the ABAP developers, the development team will configure all the RFC calls and the logical destination for RFC call to the tax engine, and then based on the Vertex bolt-on, based on the SAP configuration, this predetermine the tax link area, right? So the tax link area is the one which like determines like what, from where this particular call is coming back to Vertex. So the tax link area is piece of code which collects all information and presents back to Vertex and get back the information from the tax engine, and all the calculations do happen in SAP application area. So in future discussions, we will go into more details of how exactly different components work, and also how the configuration is triggered, and we'll try to show you how Vertex is configured, Vertex components, and Vertex different levels of information which is present in the Vertex engine, and it's mostly on the Vertex side, and it's again it needs a special skill set there. Obviously you need the tax knowledge and also the technical knowledge to configure the tax engine. And back into SAP area, again, if you have worked in the SAP any kind of taxes, the same kind of taxes are available for the Vertex also, and whether it's the international tax or US tax, Canada, US, Canada, international, Europe, and pretty much all countries are covered for the Vertex. So Vertex, and now international version is there, Vertex US and Canada version also is there. So please visit simplefinancesupport.com for more tax related information, the knowledge, and also the explanation about the component, how they are integrated, how entire the linkage or the integration works, and also the nice videos will explain you the more nitty-gritties of the configuration and also the concepts behind tax calculations. Okay, so all this will be explained very clearly at the simplefinancesupport.com. Please do visit here, and if you require any tax consulting, please do contact us. Thanks for visiting, and again, we are bringing a lot of SAP S4 HANA simplification series as well, and please do stop by at simplefinance.com for these videos. Thank you.